Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are going to continue on with our fall drawing prompts and just practicing our daily sketches with the prompts that I have provided you with. Today we are going to work on autumn harvest and feline shadows. So I'm kind of checking them off as we go. If you don't have the change of seasons fall sketchbook prompts, you can find these in the comment section. I will include a link in the comment section where you can download this handout for free. And we're just kind of, I don't know if we're going to do them all, but we're just playing around and drawing. What I'm using to draw are my Artex colored pencils. You could use pen, you could use crayons, you can use whatever you have. This is just fun fall sketching with some drawing prompts for the fall season to get ready for the change of seasons and have fun in our sketchbook. So I am going to switch the camera around and we are going to practice our sketching. I did want to mention that I do have a Facebook group that I just created today for anyone that wants to share their artwork. It's a private Facebook group called Krista Irene Art Community, so I can include a link in the comment section. Actually, I'll include a link in the description of the video for my Facebook page, so you can go onto my Facebook page and the link to the Facebook group is directly on the the top post of my page. I'll keep it pinned there for anyone who wants to join the Facebook group and share the artwork that they've done, the sketches, drawing, whatever you want to share with regards to. Just snap a photo of the drawing you did along with the video and leave it in the group. It's just a private group, just for fun, for us to share specifically the artwork that's being done when people follow along on my videos. So I hope you join me there. And I'm going to flip the camera around and we are going to start drawing some cats and some autumn harvest items, some like apples, gourds, corn, and yeah, I hope you join me. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to draw a black cat, a variety of black cats in different poses. And the first one I want to do is just a little black cat, drawing the head, and I'm drawing the body. I like to draw like a pear-shaped for the body, like it's almost like he looks like a tiny snowman, except I'm not drawing the top circle of the snowman. I'm going to draw some triangles, right? Because he's going to be, the great thing about drawing a black cat is you can just color your guy in. I was going to use color pencils. You can use color pencils on top of this, but it just, I don't know, today it wasn't working for me, so I got out my marker. I feel like it's an easier way to show you how to draw the cats. Okay, I feel like he looks kind of cute. I'm going to give him his tail. Okay, I'm just putting his tail in there. He's just a happy little cat. I like these markers. These are Ohuhu alcohol markers that I'm using. Any alcohol markers will work, or you can use a color pencil to do this as well. It's just from a video perspective, this is much easier for me to do. The next thing I'm going to do is draw a little pumpkin underneath this guy. And a pumpkin for me is going to be a series of ovals, like long kind of ovals that he or she is sitting on. There's one, and here's another one, and it comes out almost like a moon, I guess, like a moon shape. And you don't need to be too delicate, too perfect, because it's a pumpkin. And pumpkins are wobbly and weird shaped, right? They're not perfect. I'm leaving a little bit of white space here, but I feel like that kind of looks like a pumpkin. And you can add color pencil on top of it, or you can add like a darker shade. So I've got a darker orange, and I could really add those creases where the pumpkin sort of has shadow. Colored pencil would be good for this as well, which I might add colored pencil on top of it. And then you could add anything you want, gel pen, whatever. And now what I'm gonna do for this kitty, I want a little bit of yellow, but I didn't want like a lot of yellow. I kind of want to draw a moon, kind of like what I did for the painting, right? I'm just kind of recreating this painting for our first sketch. And this cat was sitting right behind the moon. Big moon, little cat, little pumpkin. But you can, again, like I said, use colored pencil for this. You don't have to just use marker. I feel like this marker's, a lot of ink is coming out. It's getting my paper wet, really soaking in there, but that's okay. You can actually use anything to do this. Colored pencils, crayons. Okay. He looks kind of cute looking at the moon. And you'd probably want to make it darker kind of thing. I'm going to put a little grass under here. And normally you'd make it sort of darker kind of thing. And you can add colored pencils or anything to create shadows and definition, but that's our first little kitty. Let's see what kitty we can do next. A cat face, okay. So it's again a circle, and you got some triangles there, and we are going to draw it sitting down. We are going to draw a pumpkin basket, sort of, at its feet, I guess, if you will. And it's going to have like, I think it's going to be a happy pumpkin basket. There we go. There, sitting by the cat's feet. And I think the cat's gonna be like, I like to have sometimes the tail come out and around. I wish I had done this a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We're gonna put the feet out like that. And now I'm gonna sort of and put a little bow on them. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing something wrong here, but that's okay. It's hard for me to get these videos done when I'm kind of working at an angle. Okay. And, okay, this looks like the right color. I'm trying not to color over the black ink because it's going to smudge. I'm putting like an orange collar, like bow on the kitty to make it more Halloween-like. But you can see with the particular marker I'm using, it will smudge when I add ink to it, like the alcohol markers to it. I think I'm gonna have to color over this guy's face and bring the face and mouth back with some white gel pen or colored pencil. So we're just making him look good. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring everything back with a white gel pen or some gold paint or something, colored pencil. I do like the orange though. I do like the way this is kind of coming together. Maybe they're all sitting in the grass, I don't know. Let's see if I could find that green I did for this grass. I think it was this, because we'll just bring it together. These cats are hanging out. And again, if you're coloring or drawing in your sketchbook, you're just you know, coming up with your own ideas. It's not about perfection, which I talk about a lot, because I think sometimes we get a little too obsessed with being perfect and we stop enjoying the whole drawing process, which is honestly, it's all about the drawing you know, having fun drawing and sketching and playing with your imagination. Kind of like him. I think he's kind of cute. Not sure if I'm going to color him in completely black. I think this guy's a mess. He's a mess. But you know what? I'm going to make this dude work. I will figure it out as I always do. And that is the key. You can play around and make a mess and figure it out after. And that is what my plan is. Okay, after a little bit of playing around, I finally got my kitties to look the way I wanted them to look for my sketchbook. Now I added, in addition to the alcohol markers, I added my Neocolors and just some oil pastels just to sort of get it together. I wanted that to be purple. I wanted the eyes to be yellow on top of the black. If I had gel pens or just pastels, I think I'd be able to do that, but I don't. So I like the way this turned out. This was really fun. I love this. This is my favorite one, that cat looking at the moon. I think it's all the circles there. These were a lot of fun to do, more challenging. I should have just stuck to sketching, you know, cat shapes and not getting into coloring, but sometimes I can't help myself. I'd love to know how this one went for you. We are going to jump in and draw some sort of harvest vegetables and see what we can do there. So let's jump into that part. Okay, so now we are going to jump into gourds. I've got stuff all over my hands. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. We're going to do, I think, one pumpkin and some gourds and see if we can draw some corn and apples. Let's see. I'm going to draw pumpkin again. And it's messy again. I do the messy drawing, but I like it better that way. All right, that's one. And then there's like little gourds that are like bumpy. So we'll do like a bumpy little gourd and we'll give it more of a rectangle shape. And we'll add the bumps after. And we'll give this like a thicker stem. And they're kind of like got all these weird little lines going on them. Okay, and then if it has the bumps on them, you can just draw, like I'm just drawing like little circles for those like little bumpy bits for the gourd. And then can we do another one? Maybe I'll draw one in behind. And I'm just sticking to the same kind of shape. And then I'm gonna bring it up and it's gonna have like a very thin stem. And it's a little bit darker here. And sometimes they have like weird little things coming from them, like these curly Q things. So that one will have it, but that's kind of cool. I think I'm enjoying this more than the cats. Let's draw an apple here. We'll put a leaf on it. So we know that this is an apple. There. I like my apple. Oh, this one was, for me, I feel way, like I've enjoyed this one way more than the cat's. Way more. I think I put too much pressure on myself. And I'm sure you've all done that at some point. Put too much pressure on yourself to draw something. And oftentimes, like, I'll redo a video repeatedly, but that really ruins the whole thing for me. And if I'm, if you want to be authentic with your drawing, sometimes you just have to post it. Maybe we'll do 2 pieces of corn. I know that looks really weird. They're kind of like that. And then they have there's going to be like the stuff around it. Okay, I'm happy with this drawing. I think it looks good. I'd love to know how it went for you. I know I'm going to color this one later. I'm trying really hard to get that sun out of the way. Okay, I feel like that looks all right. This is the final drawing for the gourds. I colored them in using my oil pastels, and I really enjoyed how they turned out. I'd love to hear from you how the prompts have gone for you. If you've done any on your own, we may do a few more coming up in October. I hope you guys have enjoyed these sketching sessions. I'd love to hear from you how it's going for you. Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful day.